Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and it's time for some more Gunpla news. Now, the first story tonight is actually a reprint, a premium Bandai reprint, in fact, two of them. The Turn A Gundam Shin and Cathedral Gundam are going to be re-released through the premium Bandai web shop in February, so now's the time to start looking around for middlemen to pick one of these up. If you want, get one for a little cheaper than the aftermarket prices. The IBO stand campaign has also begun, and we have in-hand images of what you get with the campaign. So you get a little runner with the parts for the stand on it, you get a couple stickers, and you get a sheet that shows off all the kits in the campaign. And then next we have a box or kind of just packaging image of the weapon set for the Transient Gundam Glacier. This was packed in as a hobby magazine bonus item, but there are some online stores that carry this if you want to pick one up. Next we have the box art for the X Standard Sinanju. This is the SD kit, and as with pretty much all the X Standard boxes, it looks a lot nicer than the actual kit does. It has a very nice high quality look to it, kind of like the real grade boxes, which I think is kind of cheating considering how garbage the kits are. It is also out now, by the way. It didn't really get an official release announcement, but it was supposed to come out in November, so it's probably already circulating around all the places that it's been released. So if you want to get one for some reason, if you really don't like the much, much better BB Senshi Sinanju and you want to get something worse, I guess you could get this. Yay. Anyway, on to more interesting news. We have the box for the Master Grade New Gundam with Heavy Weapon System. It looks pretty similar to the one they used for the High New Gundam with the Heavy Weapon System. Similar idea. Looks pretty alright. And then what I didn't notice before is that the New Gundam in the 2-pack with the Heavy Weapon System and the New Gundam, this New Gundam in that set will have a blue Psycho frame instead of the green one of the standard New Gundam. So even if you already have a New Gundam Verka, this is a nice little incentive to get the full set as opposed to just the Heavy Weapon System. Now we also have box art and final images for the high-grade Gundam Vidar. And the box for this is looking very cool. I like this art a lot. It's pretty cool even by IBO standards. And the foot blades are, again, looking super cool. I love how he has those extra knives that flip out of the heels. Looks great, and the kit looks like it has a lot of articulation, so you won't have any problems getting this guy into some awesome kicking poses. And we also have pictures of the 1/100 Gundam Vidar. The box art I don't think looks quite as cool as the high-grade box art, but still pretty awesome. And the kit itself just looks so nice. Like, before I was kind of on the fence to whether or not I was going to get the high-grade or the 1/100, but I think I'm going to go 1/100 on this. It just looks so good. And even if you look at the frame here, they're showing kind of a cutaway that shows off some of the frame. Now, from what I've seen, the full mechanic kits don't actually have a new frame. It's pretty much just the same Season 1 frame. But the Vidar is a little bit taller than the other Gundams, so maybe there'll be some little extender sections in the frame, so it might have a little bit of new material there. Next, we have the box for the real grade Build Strike Gundam. Now, it's a real grade box, so it looks like every single one of them did, right back to the RX-78. They all have pretty much the same design, close up on the face, zoomed out on the body in a neutral pose, and a very sort of Verka-esque CGI rendered, almost blueprint-like look to it, which is pretty cool, but it does get a little repetitive after a while. Now we have this image, which is supposedly kind of a preview of the Reborn 100 Hamma Hamma. Now this was not an official picture that was taken and released by Bandai. This was just taken by some guy who apparently was supposedly somehow able to get a picture of the prototype they had in that kind of shadow box at Gunpla Expo. From what I've seen about it, that seems to be the story behind it. I'm not sure. I'm kind of questioning this image, so do treat this as a rumor, because I'm not sure this is official, although it does look like the Hamma Hamma, so it is entirely possible, but still, it is a rumor. And now finally, this last bit of news does deserve a minor spoiler warning, so if you do not want to know who ends up piloting the Gundam Flauros in Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2, now would be the time to watch another one of my videos. Maybe I'll even throw up a card in the upper right-hand corner right about here, linking you to another one of my videos you could go watch instead of this if you do not want to be spoiled. But if you don't care about it, if you're okay with knowing who ends up piloting the Flauros, or at least having a pretty good idea of who it'll end up being, well, wait no longer, because here we have our first image of the colored Gundam Flauros. It's looking awfully pink. And we have only one other guy in Tekadon that likes piloting pink mobile suits, and that is Shino. So I think it is pretty safe to say at this point that Shino is the Flauros pilot. And if Shino's the Flauros pilot, well, that probably means Hush is going to be the one getting the mobile armor. And the more I think about it, that actually does kind of make sense, since Hush's personality kind of fits with a mobile armor more. He has a very kind of almost aggressive feel to him, which would work really well for like a big monstrous suit. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Can't wait to see these guys in action in the show. I think it'll be pretty awesome. But that's all we have for today. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you aren't already subscribed, click the icon on the screen right about now to keep caught up on Gunpla news. If you want to watch some more 2S content, Click the boxes to either side of that icon to be taken to another one of my videos. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and I'll see you next time.